All right, guys, we're back. There's a few parts of the castle that I haven't shown yet, and downstairs here, we do need to recharge the pickaxe a little bit so we can get back to mining for redstone. So as we go down here, over here, obviously this is where the mine is that we send the mine carts up through the castle, and if we just go right through here, this left side, we're gonna put some storage in there, but for now we just have Herman. He's the Enderman that we captured in the boat. But this under here, this is our carrot farm. It's pretty much the only farm that we have. It's automatic. If we're in the chunk, the villagers basically, they'll be up there and they'll harvest the carrots for us, and it comes down into these double chests. I have a few extra stockpiled because right now we've been mainly using stone to recharge everything. There's a few emeralds there and a few extra chests, but ultimately these are three different sections. They go 4 high, so a total of 12 different farms they're all connected. You can see all the hoppers are kind of connected, and they face all into this. These 2 rows, they go into this section of chests, so these are usually fill up a lot faster than the other ones. And this far right one, this one just has just this one chest here. So this is the collection for all of them. But like I said, all we got to do is we go right over to them. The names of them are always random. So we just come over here. They sell for 22 each. You can do it up to 16 times per one. And basically that's all we do. And we wait for the pickaxes to be charged. And it's pretty simple. It helps us a lot. As we're in the area mining or in the area just doing random things, the carrots will always be collected. So it works out pretty good. And, you know, we haven't really run out of any carrots lately. So fingers crossed. And it works out the fact that we can use paper for the villagers upstairs to sell. We can use carrots and we can use stone. So all of them together, it's pretty simple for us to continue mining if we need to mine. And our sugarcane farm helps with all that as well. All right, so now we've pretty much charged our pickaxe all the way up and the shovel. And another area that we haven't seen yet is where the main base started before the castle was here, before I built any of this. We always stayed underground, and that has always been the goal of ours, to just remain underground and everything. But obviously we couldn't resist with the castle and the villagers, so we did do that. But going right down into here, we go all the way down the stairs. You got diorite and granite for decorations, and this is the main spot. These were our smelters before we had silk touch pick, and we would take cobblestone and smelt it into stone. A few random chests around here. It's your typical survival chest. It's got a random stuff everywhere, and I'll go through here and there and kind of clean it up as I go. But moving right on to this is the nether chest. We got some quartz there, and the portal's here. This chest has just got random stuff that I've collected from it. We don't spend much time in the nether. The last time I was in the nether might have been 2 years ago, and I haven't been back in the nether since I returned to the game. This is going to be a little farm that we'll make. Maybe this will be the next little mini build that we do. We'll get some decorations. We'll get the ceiling and the sides all in, and we'll look back on that. And this little section here, we got some potion of weakness and blaze rods and just some random things that we use for brewing. These are basically the first villagers that we had on this world. We had them all here, and you know, we haven't really done much with them since then. Bop over here, I think he buys, yeah, used to sell iron for emeralds over here when we had a surplus. But for the most part, this little spot, you know, I tried to mine out a little bit, and it's got a little cave system, so we can maybe do something with this to connect it to the mines and connect everything else inside. So later on we'll take another step at that, but this goes all the way down. What we typically do is we mine with the silk touch pickaxe, and then from there we have a bunch of ores, and we'll come down here and we'll just lay them all out in this area, and then we'll grab our fortune pick and we'll mine them all for extra ores. And that little glass spot back there, that goes into the ocean, so we're going to do something with that a little bit later as well. Another little side project we're going to do. We're going to be going underground, and we'll make it similar to where the castle goes in the water with the glass. We'll do that over there. And this is our fortune pick. This is where we store them. Extra shovel, efficiency axe. So basically, we just put it up there, grab it, and you can see it's the fortune 3. But we just put that back because we pretty much just use the silk touch for everything. And then we're going in here. This is our smelting room. It's a little bit decorated. We haven't done the ceiling yet, so maybe we'll circle back around for that. But these are all of our furnaces when we got to smelt iron and all that stuff. Right now it's got some copper ingots in it. So, we'll just go back through that. And over here, we got a little ladder. And down here, we talked about a spider spawner a little while ago. And this is where that is. It's nothing crazy. It gets us string and a few other things. But we basically just sit here, and it's a slow spawner, so that you don't really get too much XP, or you don't really get too much, but it's there if we need it. If we ever need extra string, it's always there. And as we move out, we'll exit here, and this is where the spawner actually is. There's a little peephole here, and we can see that that's the little spawner room in case we have to make any modifications or whatever. And this little rail tracks here is how we got the villagers in from the outside. We ran them up and down through there, and that's basically that spot. And here is our storage room. Now, the storage room, it's pretty big. It doesn't have everything that we have, but it has the main things that we use. They're all pretty much labeled with item frames, and it's not fully stocked. So if we have a few things, we have a few things in each. These specifically, we want to try to build some type of anything with those. It'll be pretty cool. Then we have our crossbows and tridents and just random mob drops. And, we always have a full thing of sugarcane. The same thing with the string right there. So we got our trees, the trees, the saplings, different chests for those laid out. Wood is one thing that we really don't have a lot of, but we definitely have enough saplings. So if we ever wanted to, we can. We only got one god apple there, or one golden apple rather. But we don't really do a lot of farming, really that much. Just a couple hay bales, but we do have a few things, a few bit of everything. We haven't really been adventuring much, so what we have is pretty much what we have, and we don't really get a lot of new things except for ores right now. But we definitely have enough food and chicken and mutton there. For here, these are the more expensive ones. The lapis for our redstone bridge, we want to do the branch outs with lapis. I'll explain that a little bit later when we get into it, but we got a good amount of gold. Definitely emeralds is something that we have a lot of. I want to do some type of treasure room like I've talked in the past, and we'll be building something with emerald blocks in the future. So that's that. We got a few diamonds. We definitely made a lot of diamond armor and tools in the past, and we haven't lately. We've been trying to kind of save them up, and as you can see, I haven't been playing that much lately, but we did get the spear notification that those came into the game. The iron ingots, a good amount of those, decent amount of coal. We definitely use a lot of coal when we're smelting, and this is the redstone update that we have so far. Not that much. We got about a double chest and a half, and then one stack of blocks in there, and we got some copper blocks and the ingots here, and then just a couple rock hoppers in the bottom, just some random things. Got a few bit of glass, not much sand, but I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can kind of see what we do have. And we maybe one day we make a video of just adding a bunch of stuff to each of these and just going through everything and making just a bunch of different stuff that we can do. But that's pretty much it for that room. And then as you go downstairs, the ladder in the middle, this is our enchantment room. So we haven't really done that much with it in a little while because we have the villagers, but we used to make books and used to make different tools in here, and we had a whole plan to fill up the chest with, diamond legs, boots, all that stuff. And This armor stand here is supposed to have our netherite armor on it, and oh my gosh, did we struggle trying to get it on the dummy thing and back. So you can kind of watch me struggle through this and try to figure out how to get everything together, and kept going back and forth between putting stuff on, taking stuff off, and putting the wrong thing on, putting the wrong thing off. But you know, I really enjoyed building this room. I typically don't use a lot of these blocks anyway, so it was kind of cool to see. And then this is my little getup. You can kind of see I got the little pirate hat on. I don't get really too crazy about the cosplay in this thing. I don't really care what I'm wearing, but that was probably the most random outfit I could find, and that's what I went with. So, you know, you can kind of look around at what I got for chests in there, but there's not much in there. This room, I had a couple of villagers farming wheat. I was selling wheat to the villagers as well. Or I was doing something with them. I kind of forget what I was doing with the wheat itself, but that was that. And then this was the collection room. It was the same thing as the carrots. It had all the hoppers down here, and they all led into these chests over here. So maybe we could do something else with this room, turn it into just another layer. And this will actually go down to the mine that we have. I think it's level 7, the 7 mine. You can see it over here. It is down there, so we might be able to fit another room or two before we'll hit the mine. So we can just figure something out with that and go from there. But as we go back up the ladder, this is where we struggled even more to get the armor off. So you can kind of watch this a little bit. So yeah, we were trying to figure out how to put the sword on after we took it off and get the chest off, but I don't know. We were just not thinking straight, but we finally figured it out. We take it off and put it on, and then we'll put the sword back, just like that. So as we go back up the stairs, this is pretty much it. This is what we got, and yeah, I really like showing it off. Right, in the next spot I did want to show off in this video, the last little section is right underneath the mine. You know, those are the stairs that we used previously, and it's right below that, right behind it. And this whole mine was made before Deep Slate came out. So after Deep Slate is when we started this. We went down about 10 blocks or 10 levels every time, and you know, we mined out a little bit here, and then we go down to -10, and we mined out a fair bit here. And this is where we keep pretty much all the deep slate that we mine. We keep it in chests because you never know when you're going to need these blocks. So mostly all of them are filled up. The bottoms here are tough, and the rest of it's all deep slate. So that's there if we ever need it for any building. But yeah, it was pretty nice mining this. It's very slow, so we could be down here for twice as long than we would be if we were just mining regular stone. But here we are at -20. These are a couple of the zombies that we did find, zombie villagers. We mined a good amount out of -20, but we were really looking for the best level for diamonds since 7 really wasn't it anymore. And we mined a lot out of 30. Between 30 and 40 was pretty much the two that we found gave us the most diamonds maybe. But all the other ores, you really don't get much of any other ore. Here's -40. We got a good amount out of this one. And again, we just store it up on, I think it's -20 that we store it at. So it's pretty quick to go bank it all and come back. And -50, it's kind of interesting. So this way, we have a rail system that goes, I think it's either 2,500 or 5,000 blocks down. And through there, we have different nether portals, and it goes through different cave systems. And so we'll do another video there. And this is the final level, level 59, right at Bedrock. So we haven't really mined a lot out of here. These chests were created a long time ago, so we haven't really used them either. But we kind of just did little tunnels there, little tunnels here, and really not much clear cutting, but we'll come back to it. as we get level 7. We're really going for redstone right now, so level 7 and 13 seem to be pretty good for that, with our other 2 mines, and it's a lot easier to kind of bank everything, get everything out. But you can kind of see the scale of everything as I run up these stairs. It goes down pretty far, and it's pretty neat to kind of think that we could maybe, again, connect different things and make a whole city down in the basement there. So we'll see how that works. And yeah, I'm really excited. Over here again is where the stairs are to go to the castle. And I'm only running over here to kind of give you the scale of everything. And I've made some good progress on this side over here lately. So next video will kind of show that. And we'll move right into the stats again. We did hit 1 million blocks, so that's awesome. The next is 1.5 million is the next goal. So we'll see when we hit that. And we're up to 2,700 mobs, which again, we don't really farm many mobs, so that's always going to be low. And distance traveled, we're up to 13.2 million blocks. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. It's going to be an update on the redstone that we have saved up for the redstone bridge. So I'll see you guys then.